Welcome back, it's Joey Remenyi from Seeking Balance here, and this is my second video for our YouTube channel. And on this YouTube channel, my intention is that we get to talk about the recovery process for persistent dizziness and different vertigo conditions. So I encourage people to actually ask me your questions. So if you haven't already, sign up to the free starter kit, the free vertigo recovery starter kit. You'll then get some emails that introduce you to the mini sort of home package where you can get started. Just hit reply and say, I've got a question for the YouTube channel. And that way it's more interactive and we can really answer the questions that you have. So last video, I was really talking about how it's important to stop and create a plan for yourself and get a little realistic on, so I imagine if you're watching this, you have some dizziness or you don't feel quite right, there's a vertigo condition somehow that's brought you here. So the next question is, if you've identified that and had it medically investigated and you've gone through all the motions of the scans and the tests and all of that, and now you're like, well, what next? I actually support people and encourage people to get very methodical on how they expect their body to recover. So what is your plan? It's important you have a look at, in your daily life, how you're actually stimulating and creating enrichment for your ears, for your brain, for your eyes, and for your body. So basically this means every day it's useful to have a variety of stillness where your body can very much be in recuperative mode, and also analyzing stillness, because the balanced brain is actually terrible at slow movements or stillness. In many ways it prefers faster movements. It finds them easier to calibrate and to analyze. So we do need to incorporate stillness into our recovery program. And for my clients, we use a lot of mindfulness tools in a daily structured way. And then it's also useful to have movement and a variety of acceleration, decelerations, rotations, and tilts, so that your ears, your eyes, your brain are getting natural and repeated movements in day-to-day life. So I've already mentioned that avoidance behaviors, when we stop doing certain activities, that's when we accidentally fall into the pattern or maladaptive behaviors, which bring us to sensory deprivation. So we're then depriving our brain of the enrichment. So I'm really curious to know, what are your strategies? How are you supporting yourself through your symptoms? So it could be that you're getting dizziness once a week. It could feel like it's just constant all the time, relentless. It could be daily. It could be monthly. So you first of all need to look at, okay, what's real for me? Okay, you're not crazy. Whatever you're feeling is real for you. And then it's important to have a strategy. So how am I supporting and combating this, How am I moving forwards gently? So I do encourage you to sit back and see what that means for you. And have a look at which parts of your life may have changed because of your dizziness, whether it be your eating patterns, your sleeping patterns, your relationship and intimacy patterns, working life, your social life, because ultimately we do want to help you return back to your normal activities and your normal interactions. It's always going to be a gentle step-by-step, potentially quite a slow process, but we're all different. So I suppose my message here is, get real about what you're feeling in your body, because for you, they're facts. Whatever you feel is real. And then outline a strategy plan. Bring variety and sensory enrichment into your life. Learn about neuroplasticity and find ways to support yourself there. If you haven't already, jump on the free Vertigo Recovery Starter Kit, and that will give you just a really nice, clean way to get started with some instant strategies. So I definitely recommend that. Stay supported. You're going to need motivation buddies. You're going to need possibly one-on-one therapy, depending on where you're at. Make sure you have consulted with your doctors. Dizziness and vertigo can be signs of more sinister conditions. Important to understand your body. And then once you've got your plan, keep updating it. Constantly keep modifying what you expect of yourself or what you're capable of. And what this does is it prevents us from becoming stuck in old patterns. So we've got to get real. We do need to have a structured strategy. How am I moving forwards? It's really important to have support, both the medical clearance and also the therapeutic, social and emotional supports. And above all else, really do believe in yourself. This is your body. They're obviously your symptoms, and I'm a deep believer that our bodies are talking to us. And so if you're feeling dizziness, or you're in a vestibular migraine, or persistent postural perceptual dizziness 3PD type condition, how do we pause, lean in, become curious, and create space to actually listen to what the body is telling us? It's often when we listen in that we capture the wisdoms, and then something in the brain changes and our symptoms change. So just understand that the body is quite complex. There can be very many layers of things happening within your process of recovery. And I highly recommend that you listen to your body, follow at your own pace, and get support to find the wisdoms underneath the symptoms, because that's more often than not what we see in clinic. So I support and encourage you on your journey. Start your plan, sign up to the starter kit if you haven't already, and email me your questions. So we're going to be talking about how to prevent prolonging recovery. We're going to talk about some common vertigo and dizziness conditions. And we're going to really just keep this conversation really above the table, because I do think sometimes dizziness and vertigo can seem invisible, and it can seem like the elephant in the room. And I really want people to feel confident in themselves and able to share their journey and what they're going through. So I'll see you along the way. Bye for now.